Hey there, friends. As stated yesterday, as each day goes by, we wait for something to clarify some of the confusion and some of the blanks and question marks and gaps that we have regarding Trump's assassination attempt. We're not getting the answers that we hoped for. It's actually creating more gaps. Breaking news from Colin Rugg, who is one of the co-owners of the TrendingPoliticsNews.com channel. Donald Trump's assassin was spotted by law enforcement on a roof, the very roof he was on, 26 minutes before the shooting that nearly killed the former president. According to WPXI 11, someone had noticed a suspicious man on the roof at 5:45 p.m., again 26 minutes before Trump was shot. The person took a photo of Crooks. The sources who spoke with WPXI 11 said a law enforcement officer had also previously seen Crooks on the ground and called him in as a suspicious person with a picture before 5:45 p.m., so even longer before Trump was shot. An officer later checked the grounds but didn't find Crooks, so they lost the suspicious person that they reported. In even more troubling news, the killer took out a rangefinder, which was noticed by a sniper before the rally. This was before he disappeared and returned with his backpack and, of course, his gun. Let me say that again. Sniper saw Crooks pull out a rangefinder to calculate the distance to the target from him, and still, they did not stop him. According to CBS News, snipers observed Crooks checking out the structure, taking out a rangefinder, and later returning with a backpack. Local law enforcement says Crooks kept disappearing before he climbed on the roof. Really, disappearing. Quote, one of the snipers inside saw Thomas Matthew Crooks outside and looking up at the roof, observing the building. Now you might be wondering, what does that mean one of the snipers inside saw him? Stand by one moment and I'll explain that. Crooks came back, sat down, and looked at his phone. At that point, one of the snipers took a picture of him. Crooks took out a rangefinder and the sniper radioed to the command post. Again, 26 minutes before Trump was shot. Now, what does it mean one of the snipers inside saw him? Here you go. A police counter sniper team was inside the building that Thomas Crooks shot from during the shooting, according to the New York Post. From the Post, local counter sniper team was inside the building where Trump shooter climbed on the roof and opened fire. A local police counter sniper team was stationed inside the building where attempted assassin Thomas Crooks climbed onto the roof and fired on Donald Trump. The building, the AGR International Incorporated factory in Butler, Pennsylvania, was being used by local police as a, quote, watch post for snipers to scan for threats as the former president spoke on stage only 130 yards away. Cops were inside but not on the roof. Now you might be wondering, okay, so they saw the building as a threat, right? So as long as they could stay inside the air conditioning and look out the windows and even spot the actual future shooter, they were good because the inside of the building was safe. Why am I saying the inside of the building was safe? Because clearly the roof wasn't safe, right? That massive slope on that roof, right? What is that, a 1-on-10 pitch, you roofers out there? Can you maybe help me on that? Maybe a 6-inch on 10 pitch? So why am I saying the roof was so dangerous? Well, according to the DEI appointed director of the Secret Service, that building in particular has a sloped roof at its highest point. And so, there's a safety factor that would be considered there that we wouldn't want to put somebody up on a sloped roof. And so, the decision was made to secure the building from inside. If you'll bear with me a moment, let me compare two different roofs roughly within 100 and something yards of the property. First, we have the roof that she says is sloped too much to put a sniper on top of, right? This is the building that the killer was on top of with that massive slope that they felt was far too dangerous to position a sniper on top of. Now let me show you the barn right behind Trump where they did position two snipers on top of. Now, I hated geometry, and my geometry teacher, Miss Frisbee, hated me. But I know angles when I see them. In fact, I build stuff according to angles to Miss Frisbee's dismay, I'm sure, me using geometry in my professional life, it looks like the roof that they did decide to put snipers on top of has more of a slope than the one that they feared putting snipers on top of because it was sloped too much. Don't piss down my back and tell me it's raining. This is a lie. This is an excuse. This is somebody trying to find a way out for their department's own shortcomings. This is DEI in action, and it's failing miserably before your very eyes and putting people's lives at risk.
God save the Queen, man.
I'm sorry, I thought this was America.
He's so horrible.